one more big name left to get to. This one
Yes.
surprised me a little. I guess you have a lot to say on Buffalo, so I'm just going to let you lead.
Yes, the Buffalo Sabres. First of all, they trade Brendan Montour to the Florida Panthers for a third round pick. Small move. They get something back. Montour is going to be leaving Buffalo anyways. A lot of these guys are want to get out of Buffalo anyways. And the Panthers get Montour as their Ekblad replacement. He can move the puck. He's not necessarily the best defensive defenseman. Fine move, both sides. Easy done. Taylor Hall. This was a guy who somehow Buffalo snatched out of free agency because I imagine they ended up offering him the most money on a 1-year deal so that he could prove himself and then go somewhere else. And that has not happened. Taylor Hall has stunk. Buffalo has stunk. The whole situation is a mess, and it definitely decreases value because all the teams, all the GMs in the league licking their chops, circling the waters, going, Buffalo has to get rid of this guy because otherwise they lose him for nothing. And we can sit there and just lowball them offers and then hang up and just rub our hands together. Ha ha ha. And the Buffalo Sabres trade him early for a trade deadline trade, and they get nothing. Like, you're going to lose him for nothing, and then you end up trading him. Like, Nick Foligno grabbed a first-round pick. David Savard grabbed a first-round pick. David Riddick grabbed a third-round pick. And the Buffalo Sabres, for Taylor Hall, a Hart Trophy winner, get a second-round pick and prospect Anders Bjork from the Boston Bruins, by the way, who, of course, got Taylor Hall because that's just great. The Sabres also give up Curtis Lazar, who is a depth forward, which, again, not the biggest move, but how are you giving up more for getting nothing? And if I don't know what is going on there. Like, the GM is probably answering the phone going, oh, this is the first team that wants Taylor Hall. That's great. They're probably giving me the best offer. Here you go, Taylor Hall. Like, you can actually not trade someone. That is a thing. We saw the Raptors do it where they were looking for a certain amount of value and they didn't get it. So they said, no, we're going to keep Kyle Lowry because we would rather send the message than get a pile of crap for our best player. Because now teams in the league are looking at Buffalo, already a circus, but they're now looking at Buffalo going, well, we can just offer them anything and get all of their players. And we don't have to take them seriously. If I'm Buffalo there, I am waiting until the deadline, see if that price goes up as much as it can. And then if it doesn't, at this point, there's nothing worse than what is happening in Buffalo. So then why would you trade Taylor Hall for nothing? Or you just keep him and you still get nothing anyways, but then at least you send message to the GMs that's like, we have set this value, you have to hit that. And so it's a total, like, they just completely caved. Boston takes advantage, which makes me sick to my stomach. And yeah, I have no idea what is going on in Buffalo. I feel so sorry for Sabres fans, but it's just atrocious, that move and what they ended up getting. And they traded him early. Again, they traded him early. They could have waited and someone would have outbid because people want Taylor Hall. Even though they know Buffalo will lose him for nothing, people still want Taylor Hall because another team like Boston could come and steal him from you. So they will still pay more because it's a bidding war. I'm done. I don't know if you have any more thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah, you pretty well said it all. I was a bit of the hesitancy, reticence I talked about on the Foligno trade was, man, I might have rather given up a first round pick for Hall than Foligno. I'm not sure. Obviously, the cap situation of both is different. And yeah, I completely agree. I think the one wrinkle into the completely cynical business minded situation you are describing is if you have a good relationship with Taylor Hall as the Buffalo GM and you like this kid and you want him to succeed and you want the best for him, you feel bad and you want to give him a chance at a playoff run. So that, I'm sure, makes its way somewhat into the decision making, which is praisable and critiquable at the same time. I don't think that it's gonna get Buffalo anything in return whatsoever. And it will be interesting if this team's trajectory continues where it's at to see what kind of trade bullying goes on around prospects like Reinhardt and Eichel. Reinhardt, especially in my mind,
Yeah.
because I think it's a
Mhm.
little more under the radar to move him. But there's going to be like some carry on vulture trade offers because this franchise is just stuck in the mud and has no real hope going forward. I am also, if you named all the teams in the league and asked which ones do I least want to see Taylor Hall on, I think the Bruins would probably be in the top five. That division is getting real interesting with the Islanders and the Capitals starting to run away at the top two, battling for the first spot. And you've got the oh my gosh, you've got the Penguins and the Bruins now battling in the top two, with the Flyers looking to maybe come back, but it's not very optimistic there in Philadelphia. So interesting to see that both the Penguins and the Bruins have made a splash for a goal scoring forward, and we'll have a little to compare notes on down the stretch and how that works out.